What's up, everyone? As you can tell, I'm not in my usual studio. I'm actually in the parkette next to my building. And the reason why I'm out here is because nature inspires me. So beautiful, so I wanted to share the imagery with you. And in this video, I just want to talk briefly about the XFL, a few bullet points, because I think, in my opinion, Vince McMahon is making a huge mistake about restarting the XFL. I thought this for the last few months since he mentioned it. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because they just launched their logos and they launched their team names. And for me, they don't inspire me. They don't seem inspiring. And yes, I'm going to leave all the background noise in here, all the traffic, because, it's just part of life right now. So just want to do something different. So bear with me for this video. It's going to be very brief. So here's the first contention. XFL was created as an alternative to the NFL. Of course, we all know there's no real alternative to the NFL. Closest that comes to it is college ball. So that's right out the window. And I know football season, NFL is very short. I understand that, but we have to realize the brutality and the violence. You cannot carry that over an 80-game schedule. Period. Bodies just don't last that long. And this is my main concern, is that the XFL floundered the first time about, 20 years ago almost? And for McMahon to resurrect that idea, to try it again, just proves that this is a bad idea. And I was listening to the reports on TSN and ESPN and all this, and one thing I found, the difference between the two was that TSN, one of the broadcasters, was saying that it's laughable that the XFL would come in because there's other legitimate sports that we can cover. The one on ESPN says, sports, the channels, the networks are hungering for more content. But here's the thing, we cannot just feed the public anything. They want to see quality football. When you see college, you want to see the best at that time in their life. Same thing with NFL. You want to see the best quarterbacks, best defense, best team, best coaching on that field. That's what you pay to see. You don't want to pay to see substandard performance or talent or anything like that. Otherwise, you tune out. Period. You tune out. So this is very unique for me, and I look at the camera every time I'm giving, my 2 cents here. But think about this. For those who love football, I'm not going to be watching the XFL, to be quite honest with you, because the talent just doesn't intrigue me. And if they sign undeveloped talent, like for example straight out of college, slightly different, I have to see how that's going to work it out. But for me, I just do not see me tuning in to watch this product. Because for me, if I don't watch college ball, I watch the NFL, or I just tune into another sport. For me, the XFL doesn't intrigue me because it failed the first time, because it's trying to infringe. I don't say infringe, but it's trying to follow in the footsteps of the NFL brand. It doesn't work, okay? It just doesn't work. Same thing as college ball. Those are two brands that you cannot touch. And by Vince McMahon trying to venture out the first time, I knew it was a bad idea. Just didn't know the XFL was going to fold within the first year. I thought maybe it'd last 2 or 3 years, then go under or something else. And then when I heard that he was resurrecting it again, I'm trying to think, Vince can, endorse or sponsor other sports, or even have an Overwatch team, because of course he's catering to the children and the young adults, and a lot of his programming, a lot of the merchandise that he sells. Why doesn't he invest in an Overwatch league, or invest in it, or maybe even offer to create his own Overwatch team, something to that effect. Because venturing out into professional football is not a good business model, because we've already seen it fail once. I'm predicting it'll fail within the first year. I'll be very surprised if it carries in a year or 2. So that's just my 2 cents on it. I think McMahon, I know he's a bold dude. He has the chutzpah to try a business venture. But if we already know it's failed the first time, and NFL is just one league, a brand that you cannot touch. I mean, it owns one day of the week, Sunday. Never mind, Monday Night Football, to be quite honest with you. Especially now with the Super Bowl. I mean, everyone's, as soon as roughly Christmas season starts, or the Christmas, season starts, the first thing they're going to do is who do you think is going to go for the Super Bowl? Not the Grey Cup or Silent Cup or anything like that. It's always a Super Bowl. That's how much they built their brand. And McMahon's not gonna be able to touch it. So, like, comment, subscribe. Get in on the discussion below. Click on the links in the description to help support my channel.